So, welcome my Algebros to a new lesson. In this case, we are reaching through chain rule, coming after our differentiation, product rule, quotient rule. Now, this one is a very important since we are focusing on composite functions. What are composite functions? Let me give you an example of a composite function. It will be w multiplied by ux. So, how do we identify composite functions? What can we learn about them? It is very easy that we have an outer function or an outer value and an inner functional value. In this case, what is our outer value? So this is our outer and this is our inner value. So how do we work with chain rule? Basically, we identified these both values in order to fill out a new formula to introduce to our calculus knowledge. So let's provide this formula, which is that our composite function w times ux, which get to equal in our chain rule formula w prime. W prime, what is going to do that it comes to be another composite function with ux, and finally we multiply it by u prime of x. So as you can see, it is pretty easy. Just the fact that we need to know and we need to be able to identify carefully which one is the outer and which one is the inner, since in some cases the outer function can be an exponent. For example, we might have in parentheses minus x2, and on the outside we have an exponent of to the fifth power. So in this case the fifth power comes to be an outer function. So let's go with an easy example and let's pass then to another one. So let's get to ln x4. So it comes to be easy now, as we easily know that this one is the outer and this one is the inner. So what do we come to be? As we know, the outer is identified as w and the inner is the u. So we just need here to get our primes. What is the prime of ln x? Of ln x, it is 1x. You are correct, Algebros. And of x4, it is 4x to the cubic power. So how do we solve our function? So now that we have the prime, it comes to be 1x multiplied by x to the fourth power, and is multiplied by our prime, which comes to be 4x3. So in first place, we're going to solve these two and then multiply this. So let's do it. 1x times x to the 4. In this case, guys, we multiply the x because we have that value missing. So x times x4, it comes to be 1 to the x4. So we're just missing one value to plug in, 4x to the third power. So what do we do over here? Easy, guys, because in this case 4x3, as it is a whole number or a whole value, we multiply it by the 1. So it comes to be 4x to the cubic power divided by x to the fourth power. But you might be thinking, we can still do something here. And yes, of course, guys, because we can simplify our exponents. It comes to be easy. Always think that the numerator needs to be smaller. The exponent in the numerator needs to be smaller than the one in the denominator. So what do? Here we cancel them out, and the denominator will remain with one exponent, so it becomes to be imaginary, and the x in the numerator is eliminated, only to get 4 over x. So this comes to be our easy answer. But guys, as you take notes, let's come now to a new example, easy example, just to be careful and just to know and understand the rules. So, as I said, minus x2 plus 6x minus 4 to the fifth power. So how do we solve this? It becomes to be easy. As I told you, be careful. In this case, we have here our inner, which is the parenthesis, and here our outer function. So what is it going to be? Here we have our w is going to be x to the fifth power, exactly, because it's an exponent, not just the 5, because if we put the 5 we are forgetting that it is an exponent. So it will be as this easy. So we're going to get u prime of x and u prime of x. I just will put here that it is here ux and here wx. So we get them over here, and our w prime of x comes to be 5x to the fourth power, and our w and our u prime is easy, because in this case the minus 4 becomes a 0 as it doesn't have a variable, and our minus x to the power of 2 becomes to be minus 2x plus 6. So we solve this easily. 5x4 multiplied by minus x2 plus 6 4, and we multiply it by our u prime, which comes to be minus 2x plus 6. And you're wondering, what do we over here? So this is a moment of challenge, guys, because I know you're ready to work out. So I will challenge you to work out this exercise and finish it, just to prove your knowledge, and check it using an online calculator, just to be aware that you're doing it correctly, but not for the procedure, just to check your answer. I will provide it also in the description for you to check it. So try it and then do the worksheet attached with this video. I want to prove you that you are capable of everything, because here is your algebra to show you, teach you, and to move on to our calculus culture. Thank you.